She's super extra.
Is your mom going to be on it? LOL.
I want a stripper pole.
Hey guys, it's Lexie.
And Mom, Chris.
Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be reviewing the new season of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Well, I guess the new franchise.
Yes.
Right? It's not a new season, it's a new franchise. I asked you guys on Instagram to send me questions or comments or whatever about the Real Housewives if you guys have seen it, and I actually got way more responses than I thought I would. And we have matching outfits today.
Matching but different.
I think there's been 2 episodes so far. Okay.
Are they that funny?
Some of them are. Dude, there's so many about you.
Okay, before we actually start, I just want to make a disclaimer that some of the things I say in this video are my own opinions and come from my own personal experiences. Growing up in Utah, I had some bumpy experiences as a child because I grew up in Utah, not LDS, and I have a very negative taste in my mouth with some of the topics discussed in this video. Some of the things I say in this video are with my dry, sarcastic humor, but are unfiltered and very blunt because that's how I am as a person. In no way do I mean to offend anybody. I just am speaking on my experiences as a kid growing up in Utah and speaking my opinions. Some of my opinions or things that my mom and I say in this video may come off as offensive. There is no part of us that meant to be offensive. We were just being very raw and open and truthful about our opinions. So if you're a very sensitive person or you get offended easy, maybe just not watch this video. Or you can watch this video and just know that some of my opinions are based off of my negative experiences and that I just haven't been able to mature and grow up and that I still have a negative taste in my mouth. So you can watch this video if you want, but if you are going to get offended easy or if you're a very sensitive person, maybe just skip it. I just wanted to let you guys know in advance so no one got any sort of feelings hurt. Let's get into it.
Have you ever heard about these women before the show?
No. There's people that live here.
Yeah, but clearly they're not that important because we didn't know who they were. Right? Just kidding. Who do you think is the most dramatic? Probably Jen Shaw.
Oh, Jen Shaw for sure.
But I like that.
She's super extra.
Yeah.
But I love that.
Yeah. I mean, for
love
entertainment
that.
purposes, it's awesome.
Yeah.
From what we've seen on the show, she's like,
yeah,
it's good for
extra.
entertainment
I love
purposes.
it. Yeah.
Who is your least favorite?
Mary Crosby.
Really? Mm-hmm. I honestly don't really like any of them but Jen and Heather. I mean, we're only 2 episodes in, so we haven't really seen much, but they've all kind of been boring except for Jen and Heather.
I think that my perception of all of them prior to the show and then when the show aired, it was different than what I expected.
Really? Mm-hmm. Like what? I thought Lisa would be better.
Lisa just throws like serious shade in a passive aggressive way. Yeah. And I like her. Yeah. I respect her from what I can tell. She's been successful. I certainly love tequila.
She does seem a little much of an elitist, and sometimes I can be.
What does that mean? That was a big 8th grade word.
It means that you are better. You think you're better than everybody else. You're more elite.
Okay, next question. What did you expect it to be like, and did it meet your expectations? I expected it to be very focused on the Mormon Church. The very first 10 minutes of the first episode, it was like throwing Mormon shade for like 10 minutes straight.
Yep. Knocking them up the side of the head is what it did.
I know. But I think after that kind of calmed down about the Mormon thing. So I think yes, it met my expectations because I knew that there was going to be Mormon shade in it, but no, because I didn't think it was going to be like happen right away and then kind of die off. But I'm sure it'll come back. This is why I'm not viewed good.
Viewed.
Not like this is what happens on an everyday basis in Utah with all the Mormons around us, I guess.
Okay, but I'm gonna say this. Whitney is more real about what happens.
Whitney for sure is like very, very relatable from like our situation because I grew up in Utah at very like LDS schools and all that stuff. So I feel like I relate to a lot of what she says.
But she grew up in an LDS school and was LDS.
Yeah, but I'm saying like what she says now
Yeah.
is like how I felt growing up my whole life.
Right.
The Mormon people in Utah are very, very different than any other Mormon people you will find outside of Utah.
Yes.
There are so many about my mom. Why ain't your mom one? She would have been the only reason to watch the show.
Oh, right to Bravo.
I'm just gonna read all of my mom ones just to get them out of the way. Your mom would have done so much better. Your mom should have been a housewife. They clearly didn't know how to cast or who runs Salt Lake City. Since Chris is the queen SLC housewife, do you think the women could compete with her?
Ooh.
No.
Like that.
I don't think anybody could compete with my mom just because there's a lot of things to her. There's a lot of layers you gotta unpeel with that potato peeler.
It's like an onion. There's a lot of layers to an onion. That's how the saying goes.
Oh, not a potato peeler. Well, you get the gist. Like with the potatoes, you gotta get the little dents out and all sorts of shit. You don't have that many dents.
I try to get my dents surgically removed.
She's a boss.
I'm a boss.
Boss ass bitch. Is that what the Mormon culture is actually like?
To a degree, yes.
To an extent, yeah.
I mean,
the whole like black people weren't allowed into the church until whatever 19 something, whatever. That's true. And the whole like they're homophobic. I wouldn't necessarily say they're homophobic.
They just don't.
But they don't appreciate it and they don't.
Well, they don't recognize it. Again, like we don't go to church,
so we can't. Yeah, we can't speak from like what they're actually taught.
But they don't. It's not accepted within their religion.
Yeah,
and I think it's that way within a lot of Christian religions. I think.
Yeah.
People are people, and we love them regardless.
Yeah. Other than that, like how Whitney said that she's an ex-Mormon and
with a stripper
pole, like that's exactly who that they would think would have a stripper pole. Excuse me. That is who is the ex-Mormon. Like like a lot of ex-Mos that I know
take everything to the next level.
Yeah, like they don't go to a strip club, they actually buy the strip pole. Or they don't go to the bar to have a glass of wine, they have four bottles of wine.
Or 5 shots of Jaeger and 8 shots of tequila.
Yeah.
So they don't know how to do anything in moderation because they weren't taught how to be social.
But I think what Whitney said, like that she is exactly how like the ex-Mo would be is true, because she's like, I have a stripper pole, all this stuff, and I was like at least she's honest about it.
Yeah. And I want a stripper pole.
What was your favorite part?
I just like seeing their houses. That's fun.
Yeah.
I like the fashion because I am very into fashion, and I like that these women show a side of Salt Lake City that people don't think exists.
Well, no, we don't get recognized for either.
No, everybody just thinks we're all a bunch of Mormons here.
There's so much money in Salt Lake City.
So much money, and there's so much, I mean, just normal behaviors like any other city. There's a ton of money. We are way into plastic surgery. Like, that's not bullshit on that show. Like, women dress for women here.
My favorite part was Mary Crosby wore that green dress.
She talks about her fashion being all that. Oh my gosh, that was...
Dude, the tights and the heels and the dress, I was like...
Black shoes were horrible. And then it's a great Gucci bag that she's carrying, but you don't carry it with that outfit.
I'm sorry, girl, but that was a no from me. Do you think Mary and Jen overreacted about the hospital smell thing?
I think Mary way overreacted about the hospital smell thing. Jen might have overreacted, but I think had I been going through something really devastating, I might have reacted the same way.
I just don't understand why Mary would feel the need to be like,
you smell like a hospital.
She was just being a bitch. Sometimes people say things and it sounded a lot better in your head than it does coming out your mouth. So sometimes it's best to have a filter, and I have a filter.
I don't.
She doesn't. I try to think about process before it comes out of my mouth, and this one does not.
Take it or leave it, baby.
No, she's a bitch.
But yeah, I think Mary overreacted, and I think Jen kind of overreacted too, but I think Jen, that's her character, so she kind of gets a pass for it in a way.
How can you take anybody seriously that married their grandpa? I mean, can we just talk about
Shots fired.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
Shots fired. Who do you relate to the most?
Like, my alter ego wants to be Jen. I can see my business self in Lisa. I think I am the same age as Whitney. And I like Heather's candor.
You think you're the same age as Whitney?
In my head, I'm 30-something.
I was like, what are you smoking?
But I'm not.
I don't really relate to very many of them just because I'm
21.
But I think that I want to relate to Whitney because she has a stripper pole.
And she has a skincare line. You like that?
Yeah, because Whitney has a stripper pole and I think that's way sick. Other than like the drama and the extraness is probably Jen, just because Jen will say it how it is. I might relate to Mary because I too married my step grandpa.
How?
I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like, when did you do that?
Do Utah women really act like that? Well, I feel like there's just as much drama in your guys' friend group, but it's not as broadcasted. Like, you guys don't have to be as confrontational about it as like they do. Like, they are forced to fight on camera.
No, we have drama.
Utah is very cliquey.
It is cliquey. Like, there's just different silos of people. Everybody's actually here really focused on their kids and what they do, and that's they're kind of living out their life through their kids.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
Mary Crosby is supposed to have good fashion. Is her fashion what Utah thinks is good fashion?
No. I don't know who thinks that's good fashion, to be honest.
No, I hate the fact that that outfit is what people now think that Utah looks like.
That is not Utah. Out of all of those women, probably Whitney was the most representative of fashion in Utah.
Yeah. Are they actually similar to Real Housewives in Utah?
Some, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money here that people don't know about. And they don't know about it because Utah never gets the credit.
There is a lot of money in Salt Lake City.
Yes.
Are they all LDS? I haven't watched it at all.
No, not all of them.
Mary, the one that married her stepdad, is the one that's actually not LDS. Jen was, but then she converted to Islam because her husband wouldn't convert to the Mormon Church because of
their modern day revelations that they have about stuff.
Where did they get these ladies? Haha. Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
I personally think that they could have casted someone better. Okay, dead serious, was so pumped for this and was disappointed. I feel like I was kind of disappointed too because I thought it was going to be more about like the big extravagant events or like stuff like that, but like when they showed the family outing with Meredith Marks and her family, they went on a walk in the wilderness, like on a hike. And
they weren't even on a trail. They were just walking the side of a hill. You walk out your backyard in Park City and there's like trails all over the place. So it's not like they had to look that far, but
it's not even the fact that they didn't go to a cool trail or literally a trail at all. It's the fact that I would be willing to bet $1,000 that that's not what they just do as a family very often. Like, I bet the show was just like, okay, well, you guys just go outside real fast and go for a stroll and pretend like this is what you guys do. Like, she has probably so much more going on in her life that she's like, I don't have time to just go walk on a fake hike.
Yeah. Again, we're only 2 episodes in.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see better stuff. We're coming
so.
up on Sundance. That's always fun in Utah to bring Hollywood here. I think we'll see some better stuff. So
yeah.
I have hopes.
I think Sundance will be good for the show.
Yeah.
Do you know any of them? Haha.
No. I did meet one once I found out who they were.
Not accurate for Utah, but the tea is entertaining. I love them. I think that there are some parts that aren't accurate, but there are some parts that are accurate.
Yeah.
But that's the same thing with all the other
I think the people
too.
that live here that don't want to show the progressive side of Utah say it's not like Utah. From my perspective, it's like Utah. Like, people party and they have a good time and they're drama and they have a Chanel bag and they drive nice cars and they don't want their little Mormon town to grow up.
Is your mom going to be on it? LOL. Because she needs to be. We signed an NDA. We can't talk about it. This can't be real.
These are the real housewives.
The real housewives. It's not the fake housewives.
No,
it's not the kind of housewives. That's the real housewives.
Real ones. It's real.
Yeah. What do you think their bishops thought when they first watched their first couple of episodes?
I think that's why the network has them on at like 11 o'clock here, so that
so the bishops asleep.
So the bishops asleep. I don't know. They are not gonna like it.
That is something that they're gonna have to deal with in their Secret Service meetings. Do all Mormons own tequila companies, drink alcohol, and have stripper poles?
Hell yeah, baby.
I wish.
I know, it'd be a lot more fun if they did.
Yeah. Okay, that is all for today's video. Let us know if you guys have watched The Real Housewives or the first 2 episodes. We will probably film an updated video once the season is over just to kind of recap and see what our opinions, or see what part of our, to see what has changed.
How our perceptions have changed.
Yeah. Comment down below if you've watched the first couple Housewives episodes. Let us know what Real Housewives franchise is your favorite and who you think should be season 2 casted. Also, comment down below what you think of the show if you've watched it and like what your opinions are about the show. If you have stayed this far into the video, make sure to comment down below a snowflake. A snowflake! That's good! Boom! If you liked today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow us on Instagram, and TikTok to keep up with more of my daily life. That is all for today's video, and until next time, I will see you guys later.
Later,
Bye guys.
Good shit. Peace out, motherfucker.
This my jam, this my jam, this my jam, this my jam, about that jam, about that jam, about that jam, about that jam.
Shit.